Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Fred Smith. I want to welcome you to the group, and I want us to have a real conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is not your normal group. I'm not here to give you guru or woo woo stuff. I am here to tell you like it is. And if you're in this group, I expect you to do something straight up. The whole economy for online marketing has crashed. And I called it a little over 18 months ago because, for one, I've been doing this professionally since 1996. And secondly, I have access to some of the top knowledge on this planet. So here's what that means. What that means is the gurus who you know, if they don't have a crap load of money to make the pivot that they should have made this time last year, they're offline, and a lot of them are. You've watched certain seminars and conferences just shut down, they're never coming back. And the reasons why they're never coming back is because prior to that, even about 3 or 4 years ago, when I was actually slinging data in the big data and big tech lane, they were coming to me. And I knew that was the telltale sign. Because here is what's going on. Just like you're tired of seeing the same faces out there, so are these platforms. These gurus have gaslit this entire planet to the point where trust is completely broken. And I know where a lot of them get it from because I was in the car industry for a long time. But what we failed to realize was that that's also a licensed industry. So a lot of those high level marketing strategies and tactics were meant for just that industry, not necessarily the rest of the world, because in that industry you can lose your license, and if you lose your license, you can't eat. So because I saw that happening when I was in the automotive game, I saw it happening as early as 2007, 2008. I was getting hit up. I was getting lunches. People were hitting me up. And y'all know my wife. She was right there with me all of those times when I got those phone calls. You're here right now, right?
Yep,
So tell them a little bit about how real that is.
that is very real. I mean, it's like Fred says, it is an industry where you have to be licensed and you can lose your license if you don't play proper.
Yeah. So with that being said, I've always played with my nose clean. And I'm gonna give you a specific example right now. I wasn't going to say it originally, but y'all know me. So a very well-known guru I had lunch with, very well known. Everybody would know these people's names on the planet. So I'm having lunch and I'm getting courted to go work with this particular person. And it got to the point where I actually sat down in this person's house for 14 hours and I said no. They're like, what do you mean no? Just because it wasn't in alignment with what I envisioned and what I saw the future as being, which is here now. So I missed that flight. I didn't become a guru. I got replaced by somebody who was making 30 to 40K a month minimum, right? But I still have my soul and I still have my integrity intact and my ethics. So I don't want to get too far into the conversation, but when it was a hard no, you thought I was crazy, right?
Yeah, that was big money.
And I said no. And the reasons why is because a tactic known is a tactic blown. So when I see people not really giving you the full information that you need so that you can make an intelligent decision, that is a real withhold. So I've made a conscious decision for anybody who I'm working with to just give it to you as it is. I don't care. I will be the fire hose and I will just drown you, and that's fine because that way you can't be like, well, he's trying to withhold. It's like, nope, nope, nope. This is what you need to know. So here's what y'all need to know. Y'all not posting in this group, okay? This is not some kumbaya group. This is an operators group. So if you haven't done it already, my highest and best suggestion is to go to speedscaling.com and download the 6-day AEO course that I have put out there. It's really 2 weeks, but the reasons why it's 6 days is because you get a day to work and a day to reflect. And then you get the next email, a day to work and then a day to reflect. And why am I doing this? Because I can't keep doing all of this stuff by myself. This information that I'm sharing with you is so limited right now. It's a brand new industry. Okay? This industry is specifically designed for experts. It's specifically designed for people who have real knowledge and information to share. That's one of the reasons why AI is so stringent right now on your authority, because if you're able to really show every single time that you publish you are a real authority, i.e., dropping real knowledge that people can actually use versus just some theory or some BS, then in time what happens is Google, or should I say Gemini, Perplexity, Chat, all of these large language models that you guys know that you use, the difference between me and you is I get invited into those rooms where I can actually give some solid feedback. I'm not an end user like that per se, but because of the way my mind works, I'm able to really see both sides of the equation. So that way I can give you both sides of the game, because you've got wealthy people who don't want rich people to become wealthy. I've seen that a lot in the car game. So all I'm telling you right now is that if you are the expert, you have to demonstrate it every single day. And if you don't, then what happens is these large language models go, "Oh, well, we're not going to mention you because you're not showing us in particular what you need." Or should I say, what our prospects are looking for. And they're the plug. They just want to plug you in with people who they know. So I'm already 7 minutes into this whole thing. I didn't want to go too far into it. I'm not going to go into all the pages today. The pages are already in this group. So I expect you to be, if you're going to be in this group, you're actually going to look at this Signal Clarity Operating Manual. This is not sales talk. This is not for everybody. If you don't have a match, I'm sorry, but I need to talk to the people right now who understand that every single day that they're not getting after it is one more day that somebody's going to stake their claim in your pond. So don't get mad, just like in the good old fashioned SEO days started, when you go, man, how's that person an authority? Well, the reasons why they're an authority is because they jumped at it first. Okay, there's only going to be limited slots available because right now, as an example, you can go on your phone and just try to do certain things. You may see one or two people, or one or two products, or one or two groups, or whatever you're looking for. It's not going to be like 100, like if you do regular SEO right now, where you're searching, and then all of a sudden you're going to see like 100 results. Those days are dead. So with me, my partners, and my clients, I've already gotten most of them positioned this time last year because I've already been in this game for almost 3 years. I was already in the AI game since I was in the Marine Corps, but when it got commercialized, I was still doing stuff like you guys have heard of Audience Roadmap if you've been with me for a while. You've heard of the Above the Matrix and a few other things like that that I was doing about 3 or 4 years ago. And the reasons why is because you have to position yourself as an authority, like period in the story. You have to demonstrate your expertise, period. So that's the other reasons why I just lit up my YouTube channel, is because I want you guys to check out the way that I'm writing, the way that I'm articulating it. I'm working on some more back end technology right now, and I'll go into more of that later. But for right now, what I want to do is give you the signals, like verbatim. Because if you're not doing this, then at this point in time, I can't help you. I don't think anybody can help you. And the reasons why I say it like that very directly is because there's too many distractions out here. So if you've already done business with me, you know I'm a very direct, straightforward person. I believe life is short. I believe life is precious, and I don't want to waste anybody's time. So that's why I'm back on this platform, because I'm getting close to 5,000 friends on my timeline, and I'm going to have to start kicking some people off, even some very well-known gurus. I'm like, look, either we're going to do business or we're not. So I am here to not play with this. I'm here to tell you that you have everything you need to be the known authority and expert in your industry, whether it's local, whether it's regional, whether it's national, or whether it's international. And it all starts with the signal. It doesn't matter what the mechanism is per se. If you cannot clearly articulate what your value is and publish it in a way that search engine optimization can actually pick it up, or now the new concept is called answer engine optimization. And guess what, guys? This term is still so new. They're debating on whether or not we should call it answer engine optimization. And who's they? Well, it's the people who facilitate between Google, like the reps, or the people who run agencies like I do. And the reasons why is because it is so new, but this is your opportunity to be a pioneer in your industry. So the time is golden. If you missed every other thing in your life and you still want to get out here and get clients and you want to get the right ones and you want to get the perfect ones, you may not get a lot of traffic, but you will get the ideal people provided that you get your signal proper. So this document right here is called the Signal Clarity Operating Manual. I won't go too far into it, but I will train on it just a little bit because what I really want to get from you guys is solid, consistent feedback. Because if you're struggling right now, tell me why. You don't have to be like, public with it if you don't want to, but the whole goal of this is to have a trusted, vetted community of experts. And I've been talking about that for the last 5 years. I'm done talking about it. It's either blank or get off the pot. Straight up. I love y'all, but I also love people who want to play right. So here is the deal right here, the genesis, why everything changed. I want y'all to realize that the marketing that you learned is obsolete. Okay. A tactic known is a tactic blown. I just saw an article today, as an example, in the security world with AI. They just had one of the world's top breaches that just happened because now AI is so smart that it's outpacing even other AI. So if AI is outpacing AI, how do you think you're competing against your competitors? Does that make sense? So you have to draw a straight line and walk it. You've heard me say that for years. This is the part where you say, hey, this is what I'm for, this is what I'm against. Because if you're still in confusion, that's the reasons why you need to book a call with me and we'll sort it out. But you have to say, hey, this is what I'm for, this is what I'm against, this is who I help, this is who I don't help. And you really have to start taking a position now. I'm in so many other groups where I see all of this fluff like, hey, here's how I help my client make $37,000 this month. It's like that's one person. The FTC says that that's illegal. So why are you still talking like that? It's called performative marketing, guys. Okay? So if you see anything like that online, it doesn't matter how much money you're making right now, whether it's personally, professionally, that methodology is a virus. It went viral, but it is a virus. And that's the reasons why SEO is like, nope, don't need those people in our stuff. And SEO is also burning the forest down. So SEO and answer engine optimization are two totally separate disciplines that complement each other, as well as paid traffic, as well as your organic marketing. Those are four channels. I'm not even including anything else as far as like YouTube and Facebook and all the other stuff, but those are going to be your core four, your four horsemen right there, period. Because you may not see like or you may not feel that you're getting results by looking at the hardcore statistics. The reasons why is because this is soft people skills at this point in time. They're looking for softer signals. They're looking for humanized data. They're looking because what most people do these days, they don't necessarily just stick to one channel. Like even as an example in the car game, when I was doing that, the average prospect by the time that they came to a dealership spent 16 hours doing research. And that's really that whole mindset has somewhat trickled in over here. So you may not see it on one signal, but it may show up in a different signal. So the whole goal is for you to still be consistent with your signal so that no matter where they go and how they land, eventually they'll show up a lot more educated because you're the one that they recognize as having the stronger signal. That is the way that this game is being played right now. You don't have to do all these crazy hooks because you're not on TikTok. And if you are on TikTok, God bless you, because that is a whole different let me say it to you this way. Every single platform has a different audience. My audience is not on TikTok. My audience in particular is on Facebook. They may hit a little bit of LinkedIn and they're really offline. And if they are one of the bigger players, they're not even on LinkedIn because for the most part, most of these people check their own stuff. So because I already understand who my audience is, that's the way I play. You have to do the exact same thing. Sure, people will tell you, "Hey, you can just be on, just do one piece of content and try to spread it out." But the problem with that is if your signal is not strong enough, then it's going to sound weird on LinkedIn but sound perfect on Facebook. That's one of the reasons why you being authentic and being real is the best way. And if you hear me right now, this is not a script. I am talking to you. And that's exactly what these signals are looking for. They're looking for people who are direct. They're looking for people who can really help out people because again, trust is at an all-time low, and that's the reasons why these signals are being reflected the way that they are. So it's now either lead, follow, or get the F out the way. Period. Okay? I'm already letting you know. And breaking news, if you didn't know this already, even this platform is talking about completely shifting the way that they're going to be doing advertising next year. I've already been privy to be in some of those rooms as well. So it's not all doom and gloom. Pretty much, if you're an expert, you should be in this group. Let's have some real conversations. If you're not an expert, then you don't need to be in a group. Straight up. This is not going to benefit you. There are other groups where you got fake it till you make it. I'm looking for the real ones who want to stay playing in this group and they want to be engaged because the time is now. We only have 168 hours in a week. So the whole goal is to build a whole team of operators internationally so that we can all play. You guys can be the experts in your lane. I know what my lane is, and I'm only looking for people who are looking for me right now because the opportunity is just too big to have people who are tire kickers right now. Okay. Most of the clients who I've had this time last year know for a fact what I'm saying is not only accurate, but we're still ahead of the curve. And the reasons why that is because not only am I a good student of the game, but I'm also turning wrenches. So I expect that from you as well if you're going to be in this group. If not, no harm, no foul. This ain't for everybody. Totally get it. But again, that's the reasons why I'm coming back on Facebook right now is because I'm seeing some of the damage in groups that I really care about because a lot of these people are still hypnotized and they're just using the wrong stuff. Okay. Different altitude. When you change altitude, sometimes you got to change tools. So, welcome to the next level. This is internet like 3.0 right now, okay? And this part ain't going away. You've got to start asserting your authority, and it depends on exactly what platform you're on as far as how to structure and organize it, which is the reasons why having your signal strong in the first place is going to make a big difference. I know for a fact that I can put this on YouTube. I probably will because that's just how I play. But the whole goal is to just get you up on your signals because some of you guys that I've talked to over the last, even prior to 2019, your stuff is still broken. And you heard me saying in my old stuff, your shit's broken. And guess what? That's a blessing and a curse. The blessing is the fact that everybody got a hard reset around 2020, but the curse is if you've been that far buried out, you're still going to have to unbury yourself. But there are shortcuts. There are legitimate, legal, ethical, moral shortcuts that you can take to get your name back out there, to get your client acquisition game up. That's what I'm here to do, here to serve, happy to help. Much love, and I will see you on the other side. If you got any questions, any thoughts, any concerns, drop them in the chat. Please don't PM me too much. I already get enough stuff already. I'm not trying to talk to everybody on this. I promise you. Okay. I'm only looking for the people who are ready to play right now. So I'm doing my best to give you all the stuff up front because the people who I'm working with right now, we're eating and we're going to make sure that we are eating first. Everybody else who has fear, uncertainty, and doubt, that's the reasons why I have these materials. Go through the free materials. I'm actually going to get finished writing my answer engine optimization book here probably in the next 4 to 5 days, if not earlier. It's going to be just a paltry, very expensive $3. But in addition to that, you also get my creator's book that I did last year. That is my intellectual property, 30 years downloaded into 106 pages of the best stuff on the planet, period. I even had people who are very well known gurus want me to publish that stuff. And I'm like, no, this is for us. It's our time. It's our turn. It's our time. And the time is now. So much love. If you guys need anything, just hit me up. But if not, I am out. And you guys have a very blessed and amazing day. Peace.